All right, my friends, how's it going? I hope you're doing great. Today, Sunday, May the 25th, um, I want to use this particular day for me to upload an update video to tell you how things are and some of the plans that I have for YouTube, which is the thing I'm going to start the video with, actually, which is kind of contrary to what I usually do when I upload these updates, which is to talk about my personal life, how things go, how I feel, and then talk about the future projects for the channel. I'm going to start the other way around this time, okay? I've been like preparing some schedule so I can actually reactivate live streaming on Twitch once or twice a week. Okay? At the beginning of the year, I remember saying in a couple of update videos that I wouldn't promise anything. I'm still on that stance of not promising anything consistent. I have done 2 streams so far this year. I think I started in April. But I would like to get back to it in a consistent way. I've been kind of figuring things out in terms of the schedule, how things would work. To stream at least once on the weekends and probably another stream on the week working days, basically. And also, I would like to start using once again all the secondary channels that I started at some point. That means not only this channel that you're watching, but also channels 2, 3, 4, and 5, which are like my quote main channels. Chilean Nintendo Gamer, Non Nintendo Allowed, and the 2 random channels that I also used for a few years, for a couple of years back in the day. The reason why I'm not using a single channel for all of the things that I have in mind, as I have said numerous times, but there are new people that kind of wonder these things, is basically because there is so much content and things that I want to work on, but I do not want to. And I want to do those things simultaneously. At this point of my life, honestly, it's not a thing that I can like try to plan long term for obvious reasons. So I would like to like do everything at once, of course, with proper organization and proper scheduling. But I would like to like feature that in different spaces, separate spaces from one another, and put it all together in a single video would limit the view count a lot. I'm not saying that if I put it on separate channels, the viewership will be like massive on all of the secondary channels because very few people actually subscribe to those channels, which is obviously an open invitation for you to actually take them a look and subscribe if you want. If not, I will actually do posting of those videos on the secondary channels on the community tab here on the main channel and also on social media, namely Twitter, well, X now, Facebook, maybe Instagram, but have a more constant and consistent presence in social media as well. And that could be used as like the hub for me to feature the different videos on the different channels. But I do not want to upload everything at the same time on one single channel because that would be confusing even for me. So I prefer to do that and upload it on separate spaces, separate places. In this case, those channels at some point were really active and the people watched it like very actively. So I would like to get back to that. Not uploading a massive amount of videos, but I would like to do some like extra projects that are related to the things that I'm doing right now. For example, focusing on, for instance, this whole Nintendo only projects or non-Nintendo allowed, in this case, only focused on other systems different from Nintendo itself. I don't know. I'm just thinking of like some random shows like Chilean Sega Gamer, like I did at some point. The main randomizer, I don't know, some of these things that I did like randomly back in the day, I would like to use a specific space for those projects and on YouTube at some point. Um, I want to like get back to some of the classic series, such as Hug Me Hard is a thing that actually I'm gonna be going back and forth between that and and custom gaming here on the main channel. So you will see some random or some ROM hacks, on this channel whenever I'm not doing something fan game related on the custom gaming show. So that would be like the one block for customized shit in general, like not only fan games but also ROM hacks, like fan made stuff in general. But also, I would like to use some of the secondary channels for that, other projects, specific levels. I don't know, brandly or brand new released fan games or ROM hacks that are all over the place, and I haven't even touched them because I'm prioritizing some other things. But I want to give space to everything, or as much as possible at least. So that's why I'm thinking of using the secondary channels. Not all of them at once, not uploading a massive amount of videos like every single day. Some days will be focused, or some weeks will be focused on specific channels, and some other weeks is focus on other of the channels, like half and half. Half of the month focus on one, like 3 or 4 channels, and then the other 4 channels will be for the other portion of the month. I don't know. I'm still like organizing things, but trust me, it will not be overwhelming by any means. I'm uploading one video a day practically, which is like the minimal thing that you might expect from me. Well, maybe that will increase to 2 or 3 videos a day, but not every day. You know what I mean? So don't worry, it's not gonna be super overwhelming. It's not gonna be like some YouTube creators or content creators, let's players, whatever. Not mentioning any names because not so many of them actually come to mind right now. But at least from what I've seen, like especially live streamers that highlight every single gameplay they do, even if it's a 10-minute gameplay of a specific video, they upload like gameplays of 10 different games from one stream, all at the same time, and all of them get published at once. That would be way too much. And at some point, I was that guy. I'm not gonna be that guy. Trust me, guys. I'm gonna upload 2, 3 videos a day, max, but not every day even, and on different like time slots. So you don't like see your subscription box, which is probably very massive with all the content creators that you follow. Trust me, my name will not be there like all the time. It won't. It will not be even close to something like overwhelming per se. So it's gonna be moderate, but I want to develop other things. I want to focus on other things. I would like to do some actual commentaries on personal life and things that I would like to share apart from gaming. Reacting to my old videos, which is a thing that I started many years ago before reacting was actually popular on the internet, or super mega massive as it is right now. But I would like to react to my older videos. I want to do like ROM shufflers, which are kind of very popular now, retro achievements. I want to do MAME randomizers. There's a variety of things that it's kind of impossible to fit in any of the current shows on the main channel. So I'm going to use the secondary channels for that specifically. I'm sure you guys, I mean, at least the more hardcore fans of the channel will watch everything, or at least do make an effort. But if you don't want to like watch me too much, or not interested in whatever I want to show, fine by me. I mean, I just want to just produce things for my own satisfaction, not necessarily for accomplishing viewership or accomplishing popularity. I'm nothing far from that, actually, in all honesty. And that would be like the starting point for me to get to the next topic, which is related to my personal life. But I mean, in terms of YouTube, everything will continue as normal on the main channel. I'm going to continue doing the Roulette of Sadness, Recycled. I'm planning something big related to that, but that's probably not going to happen this year. I'm thinking more of the next one. I think I'd said that at some point. I mentioned that in some video. I don't remember exactly, but I'm planning something big in regards to the Rare of Sadness. Um, well, of course, custom gaming and Hack Me Hard will continue. It's either one or the other on the same time slot. Capcom versus Konami continues as well. And well, in the case of the Double Pleasure, well, today there is no Double Pleasure episode. I'm sorry, but don't worry. Next Sunday we'll be back with Kirby 3 and Mario Maker Story Mode. Um, and in terms of the secondary channels, you will see at due time. Like I said, I'm planning different things. I have to organize them, decide in what channels to put specific shows. Some of the classic ones, like I said, maybe some special editions of hacks, fan games, casual gaming, which is a show that I haven't done in many years, main randomizers, well, no Nintendo allowed, obviously. Like I said, shufflers, which is a thing that I want to experiment on the channel too, or one of the channels, or more than one of the channels. Retro achievements also, which have done like very little off in some of the secondary channels as well. So I'm planning to do a little bit of everything in different places, in on different channels in this case. So everything will come at due time and properly organized, and I will let you know, and it will not be overwhelming. That's a promise. Now, in terms of life, it's been a crazy year so far in terms of personal life, because I feel great. I mean, I consider myself, or I think that I'm like super happy about how things have been developing. But it's not going to be a forever thing, because I mean, think about this. In a month from now, I have to go for my scanners, the typical tests that I have to go through in order to control to see the control of the cancer that I have, and that's gonna be like a little bit of a nerve-wracking situation, in all honesty, because I mean, when I like went through my last scanner tests and blood tests back in late December, and the results and basically everything went well. I was like super relaxed and celebrating, or feeling like celebrating, and getting back to normal life, and pretending nothing happened. But that pretending that nothing actually happened doesn't last very long. You cannot say something like, "Hey, now I can enjoy the rest of my life," because probably the rest of my life is gonna last 6 months, a year, if things don't go well. It's not a matter of you have to be more optimistic, you have to have more faith, you have to believe in God, or you have to do this, so you don't have those negative feelings, or those negative thoughts. It's not negativity, my friends. It's being realistic. It's like you learn from life experiences that you cannot do really like a super long term planning in your life, because things can go sideways anytime. And I'm not saying it's going to happen to you guys. I'm talking about my personal experience and the things that I have gone through, which obviously are very heavy, very inspiring for some, but at the same time, they keep you like enjoying literally day by day, because you're probably gonna feel like shit the next month, and you have to get hospitalized for you never know for how long, and maybe your exams, or your tests, your scanners will go like so great that all of these concern that I have right now, for example, will immediately vanish, and I'm gonna just have a blast and forget everything happened. But that, like I said, that me forgetting about everything will last very short. It will not last very long because you have to think about your next controls, your next visits to the doctor, your next blood tests, your next application of testosterone, because I'm short in my hormones. My testosterone levels are very low. So I have to think about basically applying this medicine in order to function normally like a normal man, in a matter of speaking, right? Because obviously I have a lot of limitations by now. So I literally live day by day, because in a year from now I could be dead, or I could be like completely useless in a bed, not being able to walk, not being able to eat normally, not being able to work, which I love. I love working, for example, in this company I'm working for. I've been working for over 7 months now. And my former boss, the one that received me in this new company, left the company, and I'm all alone in the exports department. And I thought it was going to be like super stressful, and I was gonna like have like a terrible time at it. But no, I'm actually enjoying this self-sufficiency period, which I had like an entire month without a boss until now. But that boss actually kind of relies on what I do and doesn't really ask much of the things that I do every day. So I don't have that boss pressure that you normally have in an office job like the one I have. Uh, so I can like organize my day by day work, and I can pretty much get late to work if I want. I can go home early if I want, but I don't do those things because I really enjoy being busy. Because at some point I was about to die because of a chemo or because of a huge surgery that like the one that I had in October 2023, in which I almost died, as you know. And you think like back on those times, I was like, dude, I wanna get out. I want to feel the crowd in the subway. I want to see people. I want to walk in the streets without worrying about anything. And I'm experiencing that right now. And I'm also expanding that well-being state to the whole YouTube production. That's why I feel motivated to use the secondary channels again, because I have enough free time for me to do the things I want, to hang out with friends whenever I have the chance, to eat the things that I really like, and go get busy with minimal stress. Uh, don't worry, guys. I keep myself very busy at work. Sometimes I have difficult days, but it doesn't get to the point of me wanting to quit, or giving up, or complaining even about the reality that I'm experiencing right now. All the contrary. It's like, dude, this is what I wished for, and I'm enjoying it. It's not something that I have to like deal with, like something that I complained about back in the day, and now I have to like deal with it because it's what I mean. This is anything you experience now. It's better than cancer. Yeah, I agree with that, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I have a lot of responsibilities to deal with. I have to be a professional about the things I do, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it because I feel useful, because I feel productive, because I think I'm doing a good job in my work, and I think I'm like really trying to maximize my health right now. It's like, dude, I feel healthy, I feel fine. I'm gonna do my best at work, but at the same time, I'm gonna do all the things that I wanna do for you too, for me not to have any regrets later. That's essentially the whole point of this video, to announce the things that I wanna do, but at the same time justify it. Why am I doing such things? Why do I like push myself to a limit? Because probably some of you will think that, and it wouldn't surprise me if you are like so inclined to make a comment like, don't force yourself, Retro, don't do that, because I remember reading comments like that when I made similar announcements back in the day. Don't worry, guys. Pushing myself to a limit is something that I eventually have to do. I cannot really like hold it and wait until something definitive happens, you know? either for good or for bad. I mean, I cannot wait until cancer actually does its thing and kills me, or I cannot wait until a doctor says, "Hey, you are cancer free. You can do whatever the thing for as long as you want," because nothing guarantees me that I can do the things I do for whatever long I want. Because a doctor can tell me that I'm cancer free. I mean, I'm technically cancer free right now. But in 5 years from now, a doctor will say, "Hey, do not have to go to the doctor every 6 months. You can go once a year or once every 2 years." That's not a guarantee for anything, because you can cross the streets and get fucking run over by a car and you die. I always make this stupid example, and some people get angry at me when I make this example. When I give this example, dude, nothing guarantees you that you are gonna live long term. Nothing guarantees me, especially after dealing with such big cancer like the one I have, that I'm gonna live long enough to do anything. So that's why I'm trying to go all out. My idea was to do that last year, but like I said many times, 2024 was a really transitional year in every respect, to the point of doing some YouTube projects and then changing them like drastically, changing jobs, which is something I wasn't expecting, to go through a surgery that I wasn't expecting, that everything went good, fortunately, but I wasn't even expecting that. So in that regard, it was like a complete transition. Now that transition is over because I've been working on this new company. I mean, the company isn't new, but I'm talking about my position in this company for 7 months and a half. Dude, it's been 7 months and a half. I'm no longer a new guy in that company. I've been long enough for me to actually like feel myself like completely like ready to continue my life without having to be in like in training mode. I'm no longer in training mode. I am all out in terms of work, and I should be all out in terms of my hobbies. And YouTube is my main hobby, and I will continue to do it like that. So guys, I hope I haven't bored you with my this long-ish updates, but these are things that I actually wanted to um, express and basically share with you guys. Like I said, I'm sharing some of the plans that I have, and I'm telling you why I'm doing the things that I'm doing and how I'm feeling about all of this, obviously. Thank you for listening, guys. Thank you for taking your time and listening to this piece of shit Chilean Let's Player wannabe. Well, I've been wanting to be a Let's Player for almost 18 years now. Let's see if I can actually succeed one day. Love you guys. Take care.